Welcome to CHA Today, a program that lets you know how the Charlotte Housing Authority and community partners are working together to address Charlotte's affordable housing issue. I'm your host, Jennifer Gallman. At a time when employment rates are at their highest, it is important to know where to access job opportunities, as well as have the right skills to get that job. Here to tell us what his agency is doing to help make that happen is Hussey from the Goodwill Industries of the Southern Piedmont. Bo, welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Now, when people think about Goodwill, in general, they think donations and the stores throughout the county. But what exactly is the mission of Goodwill?
Right, our stores and our donation centers are only half the equation. What we're all about is assisting people in their job search and putting people to work in the workforce.
And when was Goodwill founded?
Over 100 years ago in Boston, Massachusetts, 45 years ago here locally in Charlotte. And we're now at 20 retail stores, 30 plus donation sites, and 6 job resource centers.
So tell me some things about some of the different services that are offered. Maybe start with the job training.
Yeah, there's really 3 core ways that we help folks. It's first through our job resource centers, second through our occupational skills training classes, and then we also work with people with disabilities that are referred to us through area mental health or through vocational rehab. But the job resource centers that you mentioned is the very basics of a job search, and that's if people want to use our computers, our phones, fax machines, copy machines. We take for granted that a lot of people have access to those things at home every day, and a lot of people don't have access to that, and they come to our locations, our job resource centers, and use those resources. But they also can meet with a career development specialist, they can work on their resume, they can go over interview skills, what to say, what not to say, what to wear, what not to wear when you go on the interview. So we help folks with that very basics of their job search.
Now, with the economy over the past few years, you know, it has taken a downturn, and it is on the way up, but with the job skills and the job training and job preparation, have you seen an increase in demand? Have you seen lines? Is there any difference in the service and the level or the number of people that need it?
It's really been amazing. About 2 years ago, 2007, we helped 6,500 people in their job search. Last year alone, we helped nearly 18,000. That's almost triple the number in a 2-year span. This year, we're on pace to help a little over 17,000, so it looks like that's where we're settling in, is that 17,000, 18,000 number. But that's also in the job resource centers and also in our skills training programs. And those programs are between 6 and 9 weeks. And that's in banking, customer service, call center, hospitality, and construction. That's hands-on training, classroom training. You get a combination of both. And then you also get that career development piece that you get through the job resource centers with working with mock interview skills and those type of things. Now,
is there a fee associated with that training?
There's no fee for any of these programs. These are all paid for by the donation, the sale of donations. So if an item's donated to Goodwill and it's sold in our retail store, 90 cents of every dollar that comes into our retail store funds these programs.
That is so great. You know, the Housing Authority assists families on lower income, so just having the opportunity to work with an agency like Goodwill to help families get those job skills is very important. And it's open to anyone in the county?
It's open to anyone. Through the skills training programs, have to go through a little interview process, and that's making sure you're committed. Because it's between 6 and 9 weeks that you're going to commit of your life to better yourself, to really make sure that you start talking about self-sustainability and you talk about being able to support yourself and your family moving forward. And a lot of times there might be a cycle of poverty there that's in a person's family, and this is a commitment that they're making to break that cycle of poverty.
Oh, that's great. In a lot of the Housing Authority's programs, it's very important that it's a two-way commitment, and that's brought forth. Just, you want to be as committed to the program as the program is committed to helping you. One of the employees there actually told me about I think it was the banking program that one of her family members was a part of, and what an amazing program it was. So there's a lot of positive feedback coming in from the community about what you're doing, but there's still so much more for the community to actually know about Goodwill. So it's good that you are able to come on and talk to us about this. Now, when I was online, I saw something that said Job Connections. What exactly is that, and what type of tool is that for the people that are getting this training?
The Job Connections are the job resource centers, and again, that's the very, very basics. That's where people can get the resources they need to use in their job search. So say you don't have a computer at home, you may not have a phone at home or have access to one, come to our locations. There's 6 of them spread here in the Charlotte area that you can come to. GoodwillSP.org is the easiest way to find the one nearest you. Use our phones, use our fax machines, copy machines, work on your resume, do your job search right there on our computers. And then the easy part is you have your resume, you're ready, you go ahead and submit that online. Then you can take the phone call if you need to make a phone call into whoever you're working on the job with. And our folks will prepare you. And you know, one of the biggest keys in all this is that we help folks with their confidence. A lot of people are really beaten down, really discouraged because they've been on the job search for 6, 8, 10 months, whatever it may be. And part of our career development specialists, their job on top of helping everyone else is to play that cheerleader role and get people pepped up and get them ready for that interview.
Yeah, you should never underestimate the power of a positive word to another individual.
It's really amazing when you see that take place. And a lot of times with the skills training programs, you'll see folks come into our banking class or our construction class or whatever it may be and really struggling, trying to get day to day and get the bills paid. And to see them graduate 6 or 9 weeks later, depending on which program they're in, those are my favorite days of the year. I love to see the folks graduating. They're so happy. And a lot of times they've already gotten the job before they even graduate. It's really an amazing program.
So basically, if people want to go to these Job Connection Centers, they can log on to the website, which is goodwillsp.org, look up Job Connections, and the locations will be there.
Exactly. Or if they don't have a computer at home, do have a phone, 704-372-3434.
The youth, what type of opportunities do you have for them?
We actually have 3 programs as part of our youth services. The first is a youth job connection, much like for the adults, but there's also some training in there. There's basic customer service training, there's opportunities for retail training, just to give you a leg up when you go into that interview. And that carries forth from our adult programs as well, that people feel like they have that leg up when they go in on the interview. But for youth services, we have the Youth Job Connection that's run out of our Career Development Center on Freedom Drive. We also have Good Guides, which is a youth mentoring program. So it's a great opportunity for the 14 to 18-year-old youth in our community to be matched up with a mentor to help them get through some of those struggles as they're finishing school, or if they've dropped out of school, try to help them get their GED. And then we have a program with the Workforce Investment Act, the WIA Youth Program, and that's for out-of-school youth. And then we work with them, again, all the same type programs, use our job resource centers, start working towards your GED so that you can get into the employment.
That is so great. Now, I recently saw you do an interview where you were showing some children in back-to-school clothes. So that focuses really in on the stores, and it seems that the stores are a quick connection to assisting the youth as well as the new job applicants and getting the right wardrobes.
It's really amazing because you really look at the 4 steps of the Goodwill process: the donations, the retail sales, assisting folks in their job search and work. They really do all tie together. You can make a donation of your older items from your kids that they've gone out of, and you're helping someone get to work. You shop in one of our stores. Not only are you helping someone get to work, but you're also finding great values for yourself, whether it's going on the job search as an adult, whether it's the kids going back to school. Tremendous value. And now you're helping yourself there, and you're also helping someone else who's going through our programs. It's the best win-win situation I've seen of being able to have great value and help someone else at the same time.
And the clothes at the store, they're name brand clothes. They've been donated, so they're at a lower price. So.
And a lot of times they still have tags in them, which continuously amazes me of how many brand new or once worn clothes I see in our retail stores.
I think that's amazing. I just commend the Goodwill for all of the work that it's doing in the community. I know it's helping many of the families at the Housing Authority, but in Mecklenburg County at large, in a very difficult time. And I guess I was reading online about how it was founded, where the individuals started going from door to door asking people for used items that they didn't need, and then found people in the community who needed work to help get them ready and mended for sale, and saying that people don't necessarily want a handout, they just want a little help so that they can better themselves and provide for themselves.
Yeah, a lot of what we talk about is it's not a handout at Goodwill, it's a hand up, and that is someone is making a commitment to better themselves, or making a commitment to break that cycle of poverty, as we were saying earlier. But it really is people taking ownership over their life and taking control of their life and coming in and saying, okay, I'm going to make this commitment to better myself. Whether it's quickly to get a job through our Job Resource Center or to work toward the resources of getting a job, or whether it's a 6 to 9 week program that you're working on a career. Those are so important. And another piece we have that a lot of folks don't know about is Good Work Staffing. And that is a temporary staffing agency that we run out of our Career Development Center, operates just like any other temporary staffing agency. You come in, get your resume in, and we try to get you to work quickly. So if someone needs to pay the bills quickly, needs a job while they're going through another one of the programs, we can do that as well.
Great. Bill, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show today and letting us know a little bit more about all the good work you're doing in the community and all the opportunities that your programs bring the people of Mecklenburg County.
Thanks so much for the opportunity to share.
To learn more about Goodwill, log on to their website, goodwillsp.org, or call 704-372-3434. We need to pause for a quick break, but when we come back, find out what life is like living at Strawn Apartments. Back in a moment.